Hello everyone, welcome to MakeTech 40. As promised, we are with our first interview experience video. So we are having our guest today. She is Tulasi Patle. Let me introduce her with you guys. So she is a chemical engineer. She has done her BTech from NITIE Rourkela. After that, she has worked for around 2 years in a MNC. Then she applied for NITIE Mumbai, and she is currently doing her post graduation in industrial engineering from NITIE Mumbai. So it's like a pleasure for us having her with us today. So welcome Tulsi to MakeTech 40.
Thank you, Shushti, for this beautiful introduction, and I hope viewers will like this video.
Yeah, for sure, because guys, let's ask her some of the questions which will be definitely insightful for you. So Tulsi, now you are staying in Mumbai as offline classes are going on. So how things are around you?
So at NITI Mumbai, things are really exotic and exciting. So we, apart from offline classes, we are participating in so many case study competition. We are doing live projects. Also, we are attending so many webinars and workshops for our development. And apart from this, we also do some committee works which is going on in the institute. So these definitely transform our personality to the all-round personality and a good manager for the futures. So that's all I can say about our things going on in it.
So it's not only about your curriculum, it's more than the curriculum. Like you'll be getting to solve many case studies, and then you are participating in many extra curricular activities and committees. You are getting involved in committees, so that you are growing as a person, which will make you corporate ready. So it's a very good, it's the best option I would say for the GATE, for the PGDI aspirants after GATE. Let's know from her how, what was her score and how she was able to excel in the interviews. So Tulsi, how much was your GATE score?
So my GATE score was 654, and my rank was 324 in chemical engineering, and I belong to OBC category.
So here you could have like judged from her score, guys. The score was kind of at a it's a low considering the NITIE shortlisting, because the year before last year the cutoff for OBC was around 680. But because she is having a 2 years experience from a very good organization, so she got shortlisted for the interview process with this 654 score, as having 654 score. So it's the people who are having work experience, they should apply for these courses although their GATE score were low. So note one, guys, you should apply for these courses no matter how much was your score lying below the last cutoff. Things can change, they can give you shortlisting, so you should apply for the courses. So Tulsi, after your application, for how many courses you have applied?
So as my GATE score was quite low, I was like trying to apply for all the courses which I am eligible for. So I was eligible for applying for PGDIE course, which is postgraduate diploma in industrial engineering, and PGDSM course, which is postgraduate diploma in sustainability management. So I had applied for both the courses.
So postgraduate diploma in sustainable management is a new course in NITIE. If you are doubtful about your shortlisting for industrial engineering course, so you should definitely apply for sustainable management as well, because that is something which is growing recently. Everyone is focusing on sustainable management, so that will also land you a very good opportunity. So in this session, we will limit our discussion to the interview process of post graduate diploma in industrial engineering only. So we'll be interested to know about your PGDIE experience. So let's start with your interview panel. How many people were taking your interviews?
So there were two professors who were taking my interview, and they were quite friendly. As like the starting of my interview, I was quite nervous, like how these things will go on. But they definitely asked some silly questions to me in the starting of the interview, which made me comfortable throughout the interview journey, and I was able to sail through the interview.
So note 2 guys, as Tulsi has mentioned that the interview was not grilling or stressful interview. It's a interactive kind of interview. They were not in the favor of rejecting you. They were more, it's kind of a more of a selection interview. So you should not be too excited or too nervous during the process, because you should focus on your performances. So Tulsi, like you have said that the interview panel has asked you some of the silly questions, like you were nervous as well, but how you become comfortable with them? What are the questions they've asked you initially?
So initial two questions were this kind of silly question, like they asked me how are you and what are you doing now. So these definitely gives us insight that yeah, this is a normal question which they are asking. So that made me comfortable and gave me confidence that I can interact with these people. They are not in mood to grill me, whether they are in mood to take the interactive process with each other.
So it's kind of like by asking you some of the questions which will make you to answer about your family, about what you're doing now, so that you'll be more to in a comfortable state to answer, and you'll not become fearful. So it's quite interesting. So as the professors were taking your interview there, what was the next question?
So my third question was like to introduce myself in front of the professors in a very brief manner, they said. But while introducing, my family background was missing. So they asked me there how many members are there in your family and what they are doing currently. So I told about my family member to them. Then they started with the other questions which were related to my career aspiration. As like they asked me, why do you want to leave L&T? It's a good job for you and you are in a very good position over there also, and you are getting good opportunities also.
So Tulsi, I want to stop you here, because as you have mentioned that the question was introduce yourself.
Yeah.
So how long that went? Like how long you have given your introduction?
So as like before the interview, I was already connected with some of the alums from NITIE and seniors from NITIE. So they told me to NITIE professors basically focus more on the crisp content as compared to the lengthy content. So I had already prepared my interview for 1.5 to 2 minutes, which was quite crisp and consisting all the my achievements in, throughout my journey in this.
So it's around 1.5 to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And after that they have asked about your past work experience, like why you were interested to leave that and to join this, right?
Yeah.
And any other questions like after that which came or derived from your introduction?
Yeah, also they asked me like why do you want to pursue only PGDI course, whether you are having a good gate score and you can apply for some MTechs and if you want to do some managerial course, then why don't you join MBA or what other IMs. So then I like told them what are the qualities of NITIE and what is the importance of having flagship program PGDI. Then they were quite satisfied with this answer. And the second professor asked me some question which is derived from my introduction part, like from my entrepreneurial journey. Like they asked me like what is your main role in that particular startup, what are the key challenges you have faced till now and how can they can be resolved, and what are the steps you have taken to resolve that issues. Then they asked me some minute questions, like it was startup related to coconut coconut transportation. So they asked me the question in a deep that how you are peeling off the shell of the coconut and what are the wages you are paying to the workers.
Like they have dived in deep into the processes, like whatever you have mentioned you should be very thorough in it, or else you could not have answered. Yeah.
So this was really I thought like how deep they can go.
So you have mentioned about your entrepreneurial journey in your introduction part itself, and they caught this highlight of your career and they dive deep into that.
Yeah.
So they have asked you the wages of the labor itself.
That was very deep actually. They asked whatever the question related to a startup.
So someone who has not done the work which he or she has mentioned in her or his introduction, if the interviews are going deep into it, then you would not be able to answer. So be thorough whatever you are saying in your introduction, guys. So this will be a note too. Make your crisp and solid introduction, showing your highlights of your past achievements and your past career, so that whatever questions they will ask you, you'll be able to answer them.
Yeah.
So Tulsi will be coming to particular answers to all these questions, considering different work profiles. The people who will be going to join NITIE soon. So we'll coming in our next videos. We'll take your insights and take your experience in that while framing the answers. But in the end, we all want to know what will be your advice to the aspirants, like on what they should focus more on.
So, for preparing for interview, first and foremost, and definitely 100% sure question is that introduce yourself. So, I believe students should prepare that question in a very structured manner, crisp manner, and detailing every achievement in it. And also be honest over there, because whenever you speak something which is you have gone through, you speak with the confidence, and the confidence is seen in that interview. And the honesty is the best policy, so you definitely need to be honest throughout the interview. So these are the some and if you are from the mechanical background or some background, I saw like people are asking question from mechanical background, so prepare a little bit of your technical knowledge, but I don't think that will make any impact. But be sure, like whatever the managerial aspect you want to portray in front of them, portray that properly, so that they will be able to understand that you are a perfect fit for their institute and they will take you inside.
As you have given the gate and you are shortlisted, they already know that you are good in your technical part. So you have to work on showing them what are the managerial roles you have done in your career or past experience. They will be asking you in terms of how to apply these in industries, how you are going to manage a lot of, as she had said, that the supply chain in her startup, like how things will go on in that manner. So you should be like you should gain some of the insights about operations and supply chain. As we know that NITIE is famous for operations and supply chain domain, so you should have some of the ideas about this. Read some of the magazines, read some of the current affairs, like India has done a lot of things to improve its logistics and supply chain. So regarding that, maybe the questions will come. As she has said, to some of the people who have no work experience, I would say they have asked some of the technical questions as well. So you should revise whatever you have studied till now, so that in every aspect you will be doing good, and you'll be able to crack the interview. So note 3, I would say, as CS mentioned, honesty is the best policy. So stick to the honest answers. Do not frame or forge the answers, because they will caught you in the process.
Yeah.
So we'll be coming with more videos which are more insightful and helpful to you guys. So stay tuned. Thank you.